we're going to go back to our historian, Jamon Jordan, and we're going to talk about Motown and Berry Gordy and his role in this so many years ago, because I got a chance to speak to a local historian at a church who literally has got to be one of very few people who has that album that Berry Gordy made of Dr. King's original speech here in Detroit.
That's right. So when Dr. King comes and leads that march, 125,000 people at least down Woodward, and then they go over to what was then Cobo Arena. In the lobby of Cobo Hall, Berry Gordy is still negotiating with King about recording that speech.
Wow.
He hadn't finished the negotiation, so they're still talking in the lobby about recording that speech. That speech will be recorded by Motown. Of course, Motown is, of course, an iconic institution here in the city of Detroit. And in 1963, he will record that speech, and he will record the March on Washington speech.
Wow.
And a number of other important speeches of Dr. King.
How many people do you think have that album? I mean, Glenn
Well,
and I were talking about
Berry
that.
Gordy's a visionary, but I'd like a copy.
Yes. It's a historic artifact. You see it in museums and places like that, but there are a lot of people who no longer even know that that album exists. Let's know, have one.
Right. It was amazing to even touch it. I was almost like this. Oh my goodness! But
So Motown being a crucial part of history,
That's right.
also at the time of the movement, you know, through soul, through sound.
That's right.
It seemed like it was a community effort
right.
at the time.
Yeah, Motown is really involved in civil rights in a different way because they're musicians, they're singers, their acts are bringing people together. There are people who are listening to this music, and as Smokey would say, Smokey says that we start the concert, or we start the performance, and black people will be on one side and white people will be on the other side, but by the middle of it, they're all dancing together. And so music has a way of bringing people together on a different level than activism does. And so it's just as important in changing the society as the protests and the marches.
and I think it was Berry Gordy's sister who was instrumental in taking down that middle chain and making sure that black kids and white kids could listen to Motown music and dance together.
That's right, that's
and
right.
enjoy
That's
that
right.
art together.
Esther Gordy Edwards, the founder of the
Yes.
Motown Museum, Berry's
Yes.
older sister, she was the one who started the negotiations with Dr. King about recording the speech. Berry will finish it here at Cobo Hall.
And
That
we know what
cross-culture.
Motown Records means even to this day, Glenda,
Yeah,
right
that,
here in
that
Detroit.
cross culture, one sound, one soul. It really did bring people together.
Yes, it did. Yes,
Yeah.
it did. It changed everything. Not just Detroit. It changed the world.
Yes, thank you so much, Jamon
Thank
Jordan,
you.
for sharing your knowledge with us again.